Drive, Central Business District, Abuja. The special guest, the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and Her Excellency Senator Oluremi Tinubu, CON, First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Chief Guest of Honor, His Excellency, President of the Senate, Senator Gotv GCON. Father of the Day, His Excellency Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, GCFR, former President, Federal Republic of Nigeria. Chairman, His Eminence Saad Muhammadu Abubakar III, CFR, the Sultan of Sokoto, Sir Dr. Kensington Adebukola Adebutu, GCON, KJW, and His Excellency Senator Abdulaziz Yari. Royal Fathers of the Day, His Imperial Majesty Oba Dr. Adeyeye Ogunwusi, CFR, the Ooni of Ife. His Royal Majesty Oba Dr. Adewale Ajayi, CFR, the Akaribo and Paramount Ruler of Remoland, and Chief Dr. Sonny Koku, OFR, Adele Ujale of Ijebuland. They will be supported by His Excellency Dr. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, the GCFR, former President of Nigeria, executive governors and former governors, National Assembly members, and eminent personalities.
Hello, welcome to Biscon TV News. I am Jones Hussein. First, the headline stories. 9.2 million Nigerians benefit as federal government disburses 688 billion naira. INEC OK's Wike PDP bloc. Court bars Turaki. In business, government boosts gas production and eyes 12 billion cubic feet daily output. On the foreign scene, India to begin world's biggest population count. And in sports, Ghana sack coach Ado 10 weeks before World Cup. And now the news in detail. No fewer than 9.2 million Nigerians have benefited from the federal government's Household Prosperity and Empowerment Cash Transfer Program, with approximately 688 billion naira dispersed within 2 years. Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Reduction, Dr. Bernard Doro, disclosed this on Monday at the Hope City Implementation Update and Press Conference in Abuja. The program is being implemented in collaboration with the National Identity Management Commission, NIMC, the National Social Safety Nets Coordinating Office, the National Cash Transfer Office, and the National Social Investment Program Agency. In his presentation, Doro said the Hope City initiative was introduced as a shock response mechanism to support low-income Nigerians amid ongoing macroeconomic adjustments, adding that beneficiaries received 75,000 in 3 tranches of 25,000. He added that all beneficiaries must be captured in the National Social Register and verified using either a national identification number or bank verification number to ensure transparency. Currently, of the 9.17 million beneficiaries reached so far, 5,391,225 are women, representing 58.7% of all beneficiaries, while 3,787,612 are men, representing 41.3%. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, on Monday formally recognized a faction of the National Working Committee of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, aligned with the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike. The development was confirmed as INEC updated the PDP's leadership structure on its official website, listing members of the party's national executive. Among those recognized by INEC are Abdul Rahman Mohammed as national chairman and Samuel Anyanwu as national secretary, alongside other key officials. The electoral body also recognized Aaron Chukwuemeka, Deputy National Chairman South, Yusufu Arikwen, Deputy National Chairman North, and Kolawole Olabisi, Deputy National Secretary, and Odeyemi Oladiran, National Treasurer, plus others. This comes as the Federal High Court in Abuja on Monday restrained a faction of the PDP led by a former minister, Tanimu Turaki SAN, who emerged from the party's November 2025 convention from accessing or interfering with the party's national secretariat. The judge, Justice Joyce Abdul Malik, also directed security agencies, including the police and the Department of State Services DSS, to provide adequate protection for the plaintiffs in the use of the Secretariat. Elsewhere, the United States Congressman Riley Moore warned yesterday that continued attacks on Christians in Nigeria could strain diplomatic relations with the U.S. following reports of a deadly Palm Sunday killings in Jos Plateau State and Kaduna State. No fewer than 40 persons were killed by gunmen suspected to be terrorists on Sunday night at Angwa Rukuba community in Jos North local government area of Plateau State and Kahir village in Kagako local government area of Kaduna State. Reacting to the killings in a post on X yesterday, Moore condemned the reported killings of Christians in Angwa and Rukuba, describing the incident as part of a troubling pattern of violence targeting worshippers during religious observances. The congressman, who was part of a United States fact-finding delegation on alleged Christian genocide in Nigeria, added that such attacks had become frequent during Christian holidays, urging Nigerian authorities to take decisive action to prevent further bloodshed. Moore called on the federal government, led by President Bola Tinubu, to urgently strengthen security measures ahead of upcoming religious events. We'll take a quick break here for business news. Welcome back. In business, Nigeria's push to reposition natural gas as the backbone of its energy transition is gaining grounds due to improved collaboration with production rising from 6.8 billion cubic feet per day in 2023 to 7.5 billion cubic feet per day in 2025. The coordinating director of the Decade of Gas Secretariat, Mr. Ed Ubong, disclosed this on Monday in Abuja, projecting that output could reach 12 billion cubic feet per day by 2030 if ongoing reforms and investments were sustained. Setting an ambitious outlook, Ubong added that Nigeria has reaffirmed its ambition to significantly scale up gas production with a target of delivering up to 12 billion cubic feet of gas per day into the market by 2030 and increase LPG consumption from 1.8 million tons per annum to 3 million tons by 2030, supported by the distribution of over 5 million gas cylinders nationwide. He called for more collaboration and partnerships among key stakeholders to achieve the new gas target, which will help boost Nigeria's economy and reduce reliance on crude oil. A quick break now for foreign news. Welcome back. On the foreign scene, India will launch the world's largest census on Wednesday, with more than 3 million officials to take part in a vast counting exercise over the next year. The South Asian nation, home to an estimated 1.4 billion people, faces mounting challenges in providing electricity, food, water, and housing to its constant growing population after overtaking China. The Indian government that's called the $1.24 billion count a gigantic exercise of national importance that could support inclusive governance, evidence-based policy formulation, and will be carried out in 2 phases. According to the last census, India's population was 1.21 billion in 2023. The United Nations estimated that India had surpassed China to become the world's most populous country with more than 1.42 billion people. A quick break here for sports news.
Audio
Welcome back. In sports, we can tell you that Ghana said on Tuesday they have dismissed coach Otto Addo, who had been in charge since March 2024, hours after a friendly defeat to Germany and just over 70 days, beg your pardon, to the World Cup. The Black Stars were beaten 2-1 in Stuttgart on Monday, which made it a 4th defeat in a row for Addo's side, who were also thrashed 5-1 by Austria last week. The Ghana Football Association thanked Otto Addo for his contribution to the team and wished him the best of luck in future endeavors, adding that the new technical direction of the Black Stars will be communicated soon. Ghana are grouped with England, Croatia, and Panama at the World Cup in North America this summer. And finally, a break for entertainment news. Welcome back. In entertainment, actress Nkechi Blessing Sunday has responded to backlash over her comment on a social media post by Funke Akindele amid the latter's reported rift with Toyin Abraham. Nkechi had written La Funky under Funke's post, a move that drew criticism from fans who accused her of taking sides against Toyin, widely believed to be her associate. Reacting, the actress clarified that her comment was made about 24 hours before the dispute between the 2 actresses became public, insisting it was not intended as a slight against Toyin. She dismissed the criticism, describing her detractors as stagnant and jobless for concluding without verifying the timeline of events, and urged them to all mind their business. That's it for now on Biscon TV News, compiled and produced by David Asher. I am Jones Usain. Many thanks for watching.
Congratulations, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. As President Bola Ahmed Tinubu continues to lead Nigeria through a period of bold reforms and global repositioning, the world is beginning to take notice in ways that cannot be ignored. The historic invitation extended by King Charles III of the United Kingdom for a full state visit stands as a powerful symbol of this growing international recognition. State visits are not mere ceremonies. They represent the highest level of diplomatic honor reserved for leaders whose nations hold strategic importance in global affairs. For Nigeria, this movement marks a significant return to the center of global attention. Under the leadership of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Nigeria has embarked on a series of bold economic and structural reforms designed to reposition the nation as a major player in the global economy. The removal of fuel subsidies, a system that drained billions of dollars from the national treasury, represents one of the most courageous economic decisions in Nigeria's recent history. The unification of the foreign exchange market has also sent a strong signal to global investors that Nigeria is serious about transparency, stability, and long-term economic growth. These decisions, though challenging in the short term, are laying the foundation for a stronger and more competitive economy. Beyond economic reforms, President Tinubu has continued to project Nigeria as a strategic leader within Africa and the global community. With over 220 million people and the largest economy on the African continent, Nigeria remains a critical partner in international trade, diplomacy, and security. Trade between the United Kingdom and Nigeria now exceeds £8 billion annually, demonstrating the strong economic ties between both nations. As one of the most influential members of the Commonwealth of Nations, Nigeria continues to play a key role in shaping cooperation among 56 member countries across the world. The attention now being given to Nigeria by global powers is not by accident. It is the result of strategic leadership, difficult but necessary reforms, and a clear vision to reposition the country in the global economic order. The world respects nations that show courage, direction, and purpose. Today, Nigeria is once again commanding that respect. As President Bola Ahmed Tinubu receives global recognition and engages with world leaders such as King Charles III, many Nigerians see this moment as a sign that the country is gradually reclaiming its place on the global stage. This is a moment of national pride, a moment that reflects Nigeria's strategic importance in Africa and the world, and a moment that congratulates President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for the global strides that are attracting international attention and opening new doors for the future of Nigeria. Congratulations, Mr. President. Congratulations, Nigeria. On this momentous occasion, as the nation pauses in reflection and celebration, heartfelt congratulations are extended to His Excellency, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, on the remarkable milestone of his 74th birthday. A life defined by courage, vision, and an enduring commitment to the progress of Nigeria. This warm and profound tribute comes from Prince Bisi Olatilo, his wife Princess Folashade Olatilo, and the entire Biscon family, who join millions of Nigerians in celebrating a leader whose life has been deeply interwoven with the story of the nation's democratic evolution and national transformation. Today is not merely a celebration of years, but a tribute to a statesman whose journey from pro-democracy advocacy to national leadership has consistently reflected uncommon resolve, strategic depth, and an abiding commitment to service. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has, over the decades, distinguished himself as a central figure in the strengthening of democracy institutions and the shaping of modern governance in Nigeria. His tenure as governor of Lagos State remains a defining chapter in sub-national leadership, marked by visionary reforms in revenue generation, infrastructural expansion, and institutional renewal. These bold initiatives not only transformed Lagos into a vibrant economic powerhouse, but also established a governance template that continues to inspire across the federation. As president, his leadership has been characterized by decisive and forward-looking policy initiatives aimed at repositioning the nation's economy. With a firm focus on fiscal reforms, economic diversification, and investment-driven growth, his administration has taken on long-standing structural challenges while laying the groundwork for sustainable prosperity. across critical sectors: finance, infrastructure, agriculture, technology, education, and healthcare. His policies reflect a deliberate effort to empower citizens, stimulate enterprise, and drive inclusive national development. Equally noteworthy is his enduring legacy as a builder of people and institutions. Through mentorship and strategic support, he has nurtured a generation of leaders whose contributions continue to shape Nigeria's political and socio-economic landscape, underscoring his belief in continuity, capacity development, and collective advancement. At 74, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu stands as a symbol of resilience, foresight, and unwavering dedication to the ideals of nationhood. His life's work remains both an inspiration and a clarion call to purposeful leadership, reminding all that true service is measured by impact, sacrifice, and the courage to chart a bold and transformative course. As the nation looks ahead with hope and expectation, there is steadfast confidence that His Excellency, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, will continue to be guided by divine wisdom, strengthened with good health, and fortified with clarity of purpose as he steers the affairs of the nation, and that come 2027, he will emerge victorious once again in furtherance of his commitment to national progress. And for his wife, distinguished Senator Oluremi Tinubu, there is unwavering assurance of continued grace, strength, and enduring influence as a pillar of support, compassion, and service to the nation. May the years ahead usher in even greater accomplishments as he continues to guide Nigeria toward unity, stability, and enduring greatness. Over the past 3 years, the representation of Ogun East Senatorial District in the National Assembly has witnessed a remarkable transformation under the leadership of Otumba Gbenga Daniel, whose tenure has been defined by strategic interventions, people-centered initiatives, and a clear vision for sustainable development. His impact resonates not only within his constituency, but also across the Southwest region, particularly through his instrumental role in strengthening Nigeria's maritime security architecture and advancing national development priorities. With the critical backing and concurrence of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu GCFR as Commander-in-Chief, whose support has been pivotal to these milestone achievements. A major highlight of his achievements is the facilitation of the construction of 2 significant naval bases in the southwest, Abiji Naval Base in Ogun Waterside Local Government Area of Ogun State and Ilara Naval Base in Ekpe, Lagos State. These projects represent far more than military installations. They are comprehensive developments designed as mini towns that will stimulate socio-economic growth in their host communities. Each naval base is structured to include residential accommodation for junior ratings and senior officers, well-equipped Navy secondary and primary schools, functional naval hospitals, administrative complexes, sports facilities, and places of worship, thereby creating vibrant, self-sustaining communities. Notably, construction work is progressing simultaneously at both locations, a feat made possible through strong federal support and strategic alignment with the vision of the Commander-in-Chief, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. In addition to these landmark projects, Senator Daniel has played a crucial role in ongoing efforts to enhance the naval dockyard in Victoria Island, Lagos, with a forward-looking plan to build a new flagship vessel to replace aging NNS Aradu, an initiative that further reflects the shared commitment of the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to modernizing Nigeria's naval capabilities. This underscores a deep understanding of national security imperatives and a collective drive to ensure that Nigeria's naval forces remain robust, modern, and globally competitive. Beyond infrastructure and security, his leadership philosophy is firmly rooted in people-focused governance. he has consistently maintained close ties with his constituents, translating representation into tangible benefits through regular free medical outreach programs that have improved access to healthcare for thousands, as well as scholarship schemes that have opened doors of opportunity for deserving students across Ogun East. His empowerment initiatives, which include financial support and business grants, have further strengthened local economies, enabling individuals and small businesses to thrive despite prevailing economic challenges. Politically, Senator Daniel has also demonstrated foresight and strategic alignment by championing early support for Bola Ahmed Tinubu ahead of the 2027 presidential election. Long before the growing national momentum, he had already mobilized support through consistent monthly rallies across Ogun East Senatorial District, effectively galvanizing grassroots backing and fostering unity among constituents and the wider Ogun State populace. This effort has crystallized into the BAT-OGD movement, a dynamic and expanding political force advocating continuity and consolidation of progress based on proven leadership and performance.
Well, I've known him quite close, and we talked quite a lot on virtually everything. Politics especially, and he's a very sincere person. He means well to see the welfare of the people of which he was the governor at that time. He is always very concerned about them. And I want to use the word, he is a very civilized person. If you understand what I mean, he's civilized. He's somebody you would like to talk to all the time. And anytime you talk to OGT, you always come out with something that you are learning from him based on his experience and his relationship with people. I have always enjoyed talking to him. I'm older, but at least I learn a lot of things from him too. So he's a blessed person. We had a lot of chat, discussions about politics, about Nigeria, about running the state. First, as I told you, he is very well concerned about the welfare of the people, about his constituencies, his state, and generally the country. At a very young age, I must say, he is very, very well informed and very well adapted to the environment in which he found himself. And you can never get tired of talking to OGD all the time.
When he became the governor of Ogun State. And I have followed his footsteps while in governance. And I think OGD deserves accolades for what he has done. He has not only governed Ogun State with justice and fairness, but also contributed into helping democracy to survive in this country. He is somebody who is open-minded, who sees Nigeria as his constituency and Nigerians as fellow citizens, regardless of age, ethnic, and religious affiliation.
Taken together, these accomplishments paint the picture of a leader who not only understands the demand of governance, but also possesses the capacity and dedication to deliver meaningful results. From large-scale infrastructural projects and national security contributions to grassroots empowerment and political mobilization, Otumba Gbenga Daniel has established a compelling record of service, working in synergy with the broader national agenda of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. As the future beckons, the case for his continuation in the Senate beyond 2027 becomes not just persuasive but necessary to ensure the full realization of his vision and the sustained advancement of Ogun East and Nigeria at large.
We thank thee each morning.
This is a special invitation to the book presentation for the special 70th birthday celebration of His Excellency, Senator Otumba Engineer Benga Daniel, FNSC, FAENG, former governor of Ogun State and current senator representing Ogun East Senatorial Zone. The event will witness presentation of 4 books, a revised edition of Daniel in the Lion's Den, My March Through the Courts, Path to Justice, and OGD in the Eye of Time. Date Wednesday, the 1st of April 2026. Time 1 p.m. Venue Show Musa Yaradua Center, 1 Memorial Drive, Central Business District, Abuja. The special guest of honor is His Excellency Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and Her Excellency Senator Oluremi Tinubu, CON, First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Chief Guest of Honor, His Excellency, President of the Senate, Senator Gotv, GCON. Father of the Day, His Excellency Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, GCFR, former President, Federal Republic of Nigeria. Chairman, His Eminence Saad Muhammadu Abubakar III, CFR, the Sultan of Sokoto. Chief Launchers are Sir Dr. Kensington Adebukola Adebutu, GCON, KJW, and His Excellency Senator Abdulaziz Yari. Royal Fathers of the Day, His Imperial Majesty Oba Dr. Adeyeyo Ogunwusi, CFR, the Ooni of Ife. His Royal Majesty Oba Dr. Adewale Ajayi, CFR, the Akaribo and Paramount Ruler of Remoland, and Chief Dr. Sonny Koku, OFR, Adele Aujale of Ijebuland. They will be supported by His Excellency Dr. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, GCFR, former President of Nigeria, executive governors and former governors, National Assembly members, and eminent personalities.
We thank thee.
As Nigeria gradually moves toward the 2027 general elections, the political landscape is already showing signs of a major realignment. Barely a few years after Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu assumed office in 2023 as President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, political parties, power brokers, and emerging coalitions are quietly but strategically positioning themselves for what many analysts believe could become one of the most consequential elections in the history of the Fourth Republic. The ruling All Progressives Congress enters this pre-election period with a clear advantage of incumbency and a strong presence across the National Assembly and many state governments. The party continues to consolidate its structures while defending its record in governance. However, even with its dominant position, internal negotiations, regional interests, and the complex dynamics of power rotation are already shaping discussions within the party as the road to 2027 begins to unfold. But perhaps the most surprising development in the early stages of the 2027 political season has been the emergence of a broader coalition movement gathering around the African Democratic Congress, ADC. What was once considered a minor party is now rapidly gaining national attention as a platform for political realignment. The moment that truly shook the political space came when a group of serving senators defected to the party, including prominent lawmakers such as Aminu Waziri Tambuwa, Eyinaya Abaribe, and Victor Ume. With these defections, the African Democratic Congress has suddenly emerged as a significant voice within the Senate, signaling the possibility of a new opposition bloc forming ahead of the next general election. This development is part of a wider strategy by various political figures and groups who are seeking to build a united front capable of challenging the established power structure. Quiet negotiations, strategic alliances, and political consultations are already taking place across the country as leaders from different political backgrounds explore the possibility of a broader national coalition. At the same time, the People's Democratic Party, once the dominant force in Nigerian politics, continues its struggle to reorganize and reposition itself as a strong national opposition. Internal disagreements, leadership questions, and strategic reassessments have created uncertainty within the party, even as many of its members remained determined to play a central role in the political contest of 2027. Overseeing this complex and rapidly evolving political environment is the Independent National Electoral Commission, which carries the responsibility of preparing the electoral system for another national test of democracy. Expectations from the public remain high, with many Nigerians calling for greater transparency, improved electoral technology, and a process that clearly reflects the will of the people. Across the country, from the power corridors of Abuja to local political structures in the states, one reality is becoming increasingly clear. The race toward 2027 has already begun. Alliances are being formed. Parties are reorganizing and new political calculations are emerging. In the ever-changing theater of Nigerian politics, the moves being made today may very well determine the balance of power tomorrow and ultimately shape the next chapter of Nigeria's democratic journey. Her Excellency Senator Oluremi Tinubu, First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, stands as a defining symbol of compassionate leadership in contemporary Nigeria. With quiet strength and steadfast purpose, she has continued to advance humanitarian, social, and national development initiatives that reach into communities across the country. Her tenure has been marked by grace, discipline, and an enduring commitment to service, reflecting a life devoted to the well-being of others. In faithful partnership with Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Oluremi Tinubu has demonstrated unwavering support for a shared vision of national renewal and inclusive progress. Her role has not only complemented the work of the administration, but has also strengthened the moral and social foundation upon which that vision rests. Through targeted interventions and advocacy-driven programs, she has uplifted women, empowered youth, and extended hope to vulnerable communities, reinforcing the social fabric of the nation. Her initiatives, grounded in empathy and guided by strategic foresight, have championed education, health, economic empowerment, and social inclusion. These efforts continue to attract national and international recognition, underscoring the impact and integrity that define her work. In times of uncertainty, her voice has emerged as a source of reassurance and constructive action, resonating far beyond Nigeria's borders. A distinct chapter in this journey is the long-standing friendship between Oluremi Tinubu and the Biscon TV family, as well as its founder. Built on mutual respect and a shared commitment to nation building, this relationship has flourished over the years, reflecting trust, goodwill, and a common purpose. Her accessibility and encouragement have left a lasting impression, strengthening the organization's resolve to remain a responsible and principled media voice. As a credible platform with a growing global footprint, Biscon TV continues to expand through dynamic broadcasting and a robust digital presence that connects audiences across Nigeria and the diaspora. Its commitment to professionalism and excellence positions it to amplify the transformative initiatives of Oluremi Tinubu, ensuring that her stories of impact, empowerment, and national progress are projected to the world. In her continued service as First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Oluremi Tinubu embodies dedication, compassion, and steadfast leadership. Her work is not only a testament to personal conviction, but also a contribution to the enduring story of a nation striving toward unity, prosperity, and shared hope.
The Brazilian Descendants Arts and Culture Association, BIDACA, Lagos State, in conjunction with the Lagos State Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture and the Brazilian Consulate, present the 6th Annual Arts, Culture, Music and Food Festival Extravaganza 2026 with the theme Our Culture, Our Heritage First. 2 solid days of enjoyment, April 3rd and 5th, 2026. Good Friday, April 3rd, Frisian Day at Popo Aguda Pavilion, Glover Street by Igboshire Road by Oil Mill Junction, Lagos Island. From 2 p.m., come and enjoy the traditional Good Friday Frisian. It's a sellout in the community. Easter Sunday, 5th April 2026. Come and be part of the action, cultural display, costume parades, music extravaganza with top artists and music bands. Original Agidigbo. Time is 2 p.m. at the Campus Mini Stadium, Lagos Island. It's time to celebrate our culture and our heritage. The 6th Annual Brazilian Descendants Arts, Culture, Music and Food Festival Extravaganza, 3rd and 5th April 2026. Our culture, our heritage. For sponsorship, please call 0803 322 8835, 0803 555 0131. The Brazilian Descendants Arts and Culture Association, Bidaka, Lagos. 6th Annual Arts, Culture, Music and Food Festival Extravaganza 2026. Our culture, our heritage first.
Ibadan. This is the Sunday, April 5th, 4 p.m. Love Matters, the next chapter. Live at the Jogger Center, hosted by the godfather of comedy, Benga Adeyinka the First, GCON. Featuring Fido, Destocker, CDQ, Omababa, Bash, S Classic, Dr. Smile, MC Ajele, Baptista, ATN, Odogu, Babatumishe, Babalaria, Babakamo, Kenzo, Eteye, Olukoni, Mekoyo, Tai Chi, Benga Laughter Castle, Dr. Bengu, Creative Toby, Captain, DJ Sexy, and more. Red carpet hosted by Motunde and MC Toshan. Tickets, paperback 5K, hardcover 15K, tables of 6, limited release 500K, collector's item 750K, bestseller 1 million naira. Available at Ace Supermarket, Grand X Mall, Hessen Salon, Ultima Restaurant, Food Court Supermarket, Seapride, or online at areatickets.com, FancyWeb.com. Proudly supported by the Oyo State Government, Eleganza, First Bank, Adekunle Ajayi Properties. Ibadan! A new season of laughter is here. Laugh Matters, the next chapter. Joy is coming. Media partners.
9th edition of the Lishabi Day Festival gathered remarkable momentum on Monday, March 23, 2026, unfolding a vibrant display of culture, unity, and community spirit in Abeokuta. Lishabi Day, the cultural heartbeat of the Egba people, is celebrated annually in Ake in honor of the legendary warrior Lishabi Agbongbo Akala, whose courageous resistance in the 18th century liberated Egba land from Oyo domination. Traditionally held in the authority of the Alake of Egbaland at the historic Ake Palace, the festival draws sons and daughters of Egbaland from far and near in a powerful reaffirmation of shared heritage, resilience, and enduring pride. The day's proceedings commenced with an electrifying youth mega rally that set the tone for the celebrations, as participants moved in high spirits from Ake Pavilion through Bagura, making a notable stop at the residence of His Royal Highness Oba Didapo Tejosho, where they were received with enthusiasm. The energy seamlessly transitioned into a bustling trade fair, officially declared open by His Royal Majesty, Oba Dr. Adedotun Aremu Gbadebo, CFR, who offered royal blessings after personally touring the exhibition stands, commending the enterprise and creativity on display.
ọ̀rẹ́ gbogbo ọjà àwọn ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ àtàwọn tó wá bá wa gbé tí wọ́n dẹ̀ ìwọ̀n tó ń ta ọjà ọlọ́dẹ fún máa tàtà jẹ́ gbogbo ọdẹ ẹgbẹ́ wá bí ìwọ̀n lọ́dún tó wà tó wá pọ̀ tó lé iná gbogbo ọdẹ bá ń tà èdè bá máa jẹun àṣẹ ìrọmọ ọlọ́jà ń jẹ lórúkọ tí bàbá ọmọ àtẹ̀mí mímọ́ ọlọ́lá haúláwọ́lá kò wáta. In Jesus' mighty name. Amen.
Kábíyèsí èmi ni ọmọ yín láti wọ ẹgbàá bí bàbá tó láti wọ ẹgbàá bí
àdúgbò yìí àfọmọ yìí ọmọ nílẹ̀
bàbá tó láti wọ ẹgbàá tó kúkúrú síbi tí kò ní pẹ́pà bí kò ọ̀tọ̀ta àwọn aláṣọ ẹ̀dá nìkanṣà nígbà tí nìkanṣà ní àìkọ́jọ́ láti ìkòkò tó ń ta ìrẹ́ bàbá tẹ̀ àti sọ fún wúwá ìpínlẹ̀ ọ̀dọ́ láti lè máa wọ̀ àjọwọ́ ṣọ̀tọ̀ nípa àjọwọ́ kẹ̀kẹ́ gẹ́gẹ́ bí bàbá wa láyébẹ́kọ̀ lè ṣe kọ́ wa ọ̀sìn tí ó bá lóyún fún
bákíó.
Ani chicken, alẹ́ ẹja, alẹ́ ẹran, alẹ́ ẹyin, gbogbo ẹ̀ ló wà láti fi fi.
Adding a rich traditional touch to the day's event was the Ayo Game Competition, a cherished cultural pastime where Ayedun Seun and Fatima Odekunle distinguished themselves to emerge as overall winners in the male and female categories respectively.
Ayedun Seun láti ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ Ọbáfẹ́mi Owódé ẹ jẹ́ kó máa bọ̀ báyìí èmi á máa pèlè ọmọ bàbá wa. Ẹ ṣe kábíyèsí. Ọba ará Owódé o èrò ọba ó lọ. Oríire àṣekágbá pátápátá ó lọ sí ìlú Ifọ̀ ilẹ̀ Ẹ̀gbá nílùú Ifọ̀. Fatima Ọ̀dẹ́kúnlé kó máa bọ̀. Fatima Ọ̀dẹ́kúnlé nìyí.
Tí bàbá bá ti dìde tí wọ́n bá ti dìde gbogbo yín ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ dúró kẹ́ ẹ jó ògùdó títí lọ di aago mẹ́ta àbọ̀. Bó bá di aago mẹ́rin ẹ̀kẹ́ ló kàn pẹ̀rẹ̀ o.
Bringing the day's activities to a fitting and celebratory close.
Any nation, any group of people who have no business, who just wake up and sleep again, they have nothing to know. They are not farmers, they are not traders. They will not last long. That's why we are promoting this kind of business so that our people can be prosperous, and by the grace of God, they will be.
What we are celebrating, as we do every year, is Lishabi Festival. We are celebrating the heroism, the valor, and the courage of one man who led his team to liberate the Egbas from our neighboring warriors. Do not forget that we came from somewhere, we were pursued here, and one man, Lishabi, stood out, organized his members, his mates, set up a team, and liberate the Egbas. So we have chosen every year since we came to Abeokuta to celebrate him. The formal edition that we are doing this year is the 39th edition. Like I said, yes, the significance is to show gratitude, is to let this man know that we will not forget his heroism, his sacrifice in liberating the Egbas from the hawks who are chasing us.
Okay, first of all, it's a story of liberation. And when we talk about liberation, we talk about how to let the people have all the confidence in the world to achieve whatever they want to achieve for themselves. So this year's festival, if you look at last year, it was much bigger than ever before. This year is going to even be bigger. So it's also a way to inspire our people all around the world, Egbas around the world. The Egbas we have the most resourceful people in this Africa around the world combined. So you can imagine what the festival is, what it means to us, what it means to KBC, what it means to all of the chiefs. So we're doing everything possible that young people participate, they understand this heritage, they understand these values, and they can propagate it around the world.
On Tuesday, March 24th, 2026, activities heralding the much-anticipated Lishabi Day Festival gathered momentum in colorful fashion at the historic Ake Palace as the ongoing trade fair and the vibrant exhibition of arts and crafts, including the Egba Indigenous Arts and Crafts Showcase, alongside the Lambat Oyeshiku Taylor Foundation, drew dignitaries, artisans, and cultural enthusiasts into a rich celebration of heritage and enterprise. The day commenced with a thoughtfully curated empowerment program themed integrating apprenticeship training into education, opportunities and challenges, which spotlighted the critical intersection between vocational skill development and formal education. The session featured an impressive exhibition of locally produced items such as liquid soaps, herbal mixtures, room fresheners, all meticulously crafted by beneficiaries of various skills acquisition initiatives who were present to showcase both their creativity and entrepreneurial growth. Presiding over the program as chairman of the day was Chief Mrs. Emanuela Murunrokpo Ajike Adewale, the Seriki Yalaje of Egbaland. She was joined by Chief Mrs. Stella Abiade, who ably represented the Egba Traditional Council, as well as Mrs. Kende Adelaja Okoriafor, all of whom played pivotal roles in the day's proceedings. The formal segment of the program commenced with a rendition of the Egba anthem, followed by an opening prayer delivered by Mrs. Omolola Diogun. A goodwill message accompanied by prayers was subsequently delivered by Chief Mrs. Stella Biade on behalf of the Egba Traditional Council, reinforcing the council's support for initiatives that promote cultural identity and economic self-reliance. In her address, the chairman of the day, Chief Mrs. Emanuela Morunropo Ajike Adewale, expressed profound appreciation to the Alake of Egba land and members of the planning committee for their dedication and excellent coordination, while also encouraging women and young entrepreneurs to continue leveraging acquired skills for sustainable development. She thereafter formally declared the program open. Further enriching the experience, Mrs. Kende Adelaja Okoriafo led the chairman and other distinguished guests on an engagement tour of the exhibition, offering insights into the various products on display and the stories behind them.
Our goal is to encourage self-sufficiency through skill development, and we believe that with the right packaging and nurturing Egba-made products can achieve international recognition. I have a platform we call it African Make Economic Growth Initiative. What do? We go to all those countries. We have been to America, we've been to Canada, along using African products to project our Nkoniwa to the world. I'm Kampala. So that is in Gotv I replicate in Benin. We cannot made in Egba.
Guests were also treated to a captivating Akewi performance by Fatola Omotola, popularly known as Omo Baba Camp, whose poetic rendition added a distinctly cultural rhythm to the gathering. The empowerment segment drew to a close on a warm and appreciative note with a heartfelt vote of thanks delivered by Mr. Adebayogun. Proceedings seamlessly transitioned into the Lambert Oyeshiku Taylor Foundation's Art, Culture and Heritage Exhibition and Trade Fair, also held within the revered precincts of the Ake Palace. The session commenced with an opening prayer offered by Chief Senior Elder L.C. Taylor, setting the stage for another round of cultural and commercial engagement. Guests were serenaded with lively musical performances by Adiola Ogudwegba, whose vibrant delivery enlivened the atmosphere. Delivering the welcome address on behalf of the Lambert Taylor family, Elder Chief Benjamin Taylor warmly received guests and emphasized the importance of preserving cultural heritage through sustained artistic expression and enterprise. Thereafter, the event blossomed into an immersive experience of music, dance, and continuous exhibition and trade activities as participants and attendees celebrated in unity, bringing the day's proceedings to a fulfilling and memorable conclusion.
Ibadan! This is the Sunday, April 5th, 4 p.m. Love Matters, the next chapter. Live at the Jogger Center, hosted by the Godfather of Comedy, Benga Adeinka the First, GCON. Featuring Fido, Destocker, CDQ, Omababa, Bash, S Classic, Dr. Smile, MC Ajele, Baptista, ATM, Odogu, Babatumishe, Babalaria, Babakamo, Kenzo, Eteye, Olukoni, Mekoyo, Tai Chi, Benga Laughter Castle, Dr. Bengu, Creative Toby, Captain, DJ Sexy, and more. Red carpet hosted by Motunde and MC Toshan. Tickets, paperback 5K, hardcover 15K, tables of 6, limited release 500K, collector's item 750K, bestseller 1 million naira. Available at Ace Supermarket, Grand X Mall, Hessen Salon, Ultima Restaurant, Food Co Supermarket, C-Price, or online at areatickets.com, FonzieWeb.com. Proudly supported by the Oyo State Government, Eleganza, First Bank, Adekunle Ajayi Properties. Ibadan! A new season of laughter is here. Love Matters, the next chapter. Joy is coming! Media partners.
Hello again. We welcome you from Biscon TV. Time for these newspaper headliners. We share the headlines with you and, of course, give context to them as best we can. But let me introduce my co-anchor. He's the one you already know. National and international affairs analyst. Let's meet and greet Akin Fatunke. Welcome.
Thank you very much, Izzy Jones. Always a pleasure to be with you. Nice to be here.
Yeah, The Guardian is the first paper here, and the lead story is here too. Ministers develop cold feet over state politics, delayed endorsements.
Yes, it's been on, and the feeling is that Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the master of crafts, state craftsmanship, has, unlike what was predicted, was going to endorse. I think he wants such ministers to go prove their mettle at the local world level before he can give one endorsement or the other. Interesting times ahead.
All right, ADC lauds Kwankwaso's defection as game changer.
For me, Kwankwaso being ADC is a good thing for ADC and for the opposition. They were all together at one point in time in 2023. I hope they've learned something and they've not forgotten anything, unlike the Bourbons of France. It's a good one.
Federal government gets approval of US, UK, others on new ambassadors.
Yes. Congratulations for those who have been approved. And there was also, I think, not too long ago, which has now been declared a fake news concerning the ambassador listening to Germany, Fani Kayode, who did say that nothing like that has happened.
Including the one to the United Nations.
Okay, including Jimo. Ibrahim, yes.
Okay, consumers groan as eggs cost 8,500 naira per crate.
Now, you see, logistics, transport, fuel price, basically, and that is something. Food security. I also learned that the federal government has introduced a variant into the market. People are afraid that they hope it's not genetically modified kind of